Patience is a virtue. Everything in life takes time. Stay focused, stay consistent, stay on your grind.
Good, what's good? How everybody doing out there? What's good? It's your boy A God. Yeah. Let's see, get a few people in here real quick. Alright, we about to start this podcast real quick. Street Dialogue Podcast. Let's get it. It's your boy A God. Coming to you live at Street Dialogue Podcast. Giving dialogue from a street perspective. How y'all doing out there? What's good? It's a lot going on, man. And we gonna dive into what's recently just transpired with Young Thug in this court case, and we're gonna just go over live what was being stated in court, and then we just gonna give our dialogue from a street perspective. So anyone that don't know about what's going on, Young Thug just was released, and he had a plea agreement for 15 years probation. It was on the judge. He put everything into the judge's hands, and man, he took risks, and he basically was set free from those risks that he was taking, that was taken when he was in court with this plea agreement. As we all know, when you're dealing with probation, you know what I'm saying? You know that's a setup from the get-go. Like 15 years probate with the conditions that they got on him. He can't contact no YSL members. He can't be in affiliation with no gang members. He can't even say certain things. You feel me? Like, man, they really trying to hang him on all type of shit. As we know, the rapper 6ix9ine, he just violated federal probation. So that goes to show you, you know, when you're doing things, you know, when they set these guidelines up, it's basically to entrap you. They're not your friend. You know, especially when we talk about court and we're dealing with a Rico case, and basically everybody was just snitching, man. So, you know, this could play into Young Thug's favor, though, if he does abide by all the regulations that they got set for him, you know, in this Rico case, and he does abide by those things. You know, everybody that you was dealing with, you need to cut them off. Point blank, period. And this should just be about music and doing what you do. They did allow him to be able to do music with Gunna, so all these people that were talking about Gunna in this case being the snitch, real bosses make boss moves. As you can see, if Young Thug is in agreement with only contacting two of those people, and those two of those people being of Young Thug doing music with Gunna, you know, they just let you know that when Young Thug was in court and they was going through this Rico case, and when Gunna took that plea deal, that was all in benefit of Gunna, so they could keep this money going, and he gave him a pass. And as you can see how this unfolded, yeah, you know, everybody calling Gunna a snitch and all that. Y'all might have to revisit that. Y'all jumped the gun on that, man. So Young Thug will be doing music with Gunna, and they will keep this thing going on. See, you know, when you ain't involved and you're not in the inside, and you know you're not affiliated with those people, it's best to just keep your mouth closed, man, and mind your own business. You know, one thing in the streets, you know, one thing we was taught was to mind our own business and to stay out of other people's business. I already knew, you know, I already suspected when Gunna took that plea, you know, Young Thug gave the order. you know, as you can see, Gunna was saying free Young Thug while he was on stage and contributing to Young Thug while he was on stage. So, Lil Baby and everybody else that had something to say about Gunna, man, what you gonna cut Young Thug off now too? You know what I'm saying? So, whoa, that was an eye opener right there. Mind your business. You know, that's what we was raised on. Mind your business, man. Now, there are a few things I want to go over and I want to dive into. I want to try to pull up this clip so you guys can listen to it, dealing with Young Thug and the Rico that transpired.
The waiver form as well. I believe that the court had one.
I've got blanks. Y'all filled one out, right?
We have.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Williams, are you the same Jeffrey Williams indicted in case number 22SC183572?
Yes.
Okay. And are you also known as Young Thug?
Yes.
Are you at this time taking or under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication?
No.
Is there any medication that you normally take that you have not been given today?
No.
How old are you?
33.
And
Man, as you can see, they trying to make sure they hem this boy up in every aspect that they can, man. So, all you youngins out here, y'all, you know, a part of these groups and these organizations, and you starting up your own thing, and y'all talking about y'all banging and doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to be aware that these people are watching your every action, especially on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, anything you post, you got to be smart. So let's get back into this.
Yes.
all right. Do you understand that you are charged with the following offenses? Conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, participation in criminal street gang activity, the leadership charge, participation in criminal street gang activity, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, 3 counts, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a machine gun. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. And do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges, and that if you plead not guilty or remain silent, you will continue to receive a jury trial?
Yes.
All right. And have you received this waiver of rights form that I hold in my hand from your attorney and reviewed it with your attorney?
Yes.
All right. And is this your signature on the bottom of this form?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorneys, Mr. Steele and Mr. Adams, about all of the facts and circumstances known to you regarding the charges in indictment 22SC183?
So basically right now they're making sure that he understands everything that is being presented to him in this plea deal, making sure he knows how to read, write, and he understands everything that they're about to present to him in this plea deal negotiation. So once you do mess up, guess what? They are coming to get you. He is a target right now. When you're being targeted, they're going to do everything to entrap you so they can get that sentence that they originally wanted to give him. So, you know, even though he's on probation, he still could get up to 20 to 40 years in prison, ladies and gentlemen. He still could get up to 20 to 40 years in prison. Let's go back to the plea deal.
USC 183-572, including any potential defenses?
Yes.
Do you need additional time to discuss this case with your attorneys?
No.
Are you satisfied with their services?
Yes.
Mr. Steele and Mr. Adams, do you on behalf of Mr. Williams waive a formal reading of this indictment?
Yes, Your Honor. We do.
And do you, Mr. Williams, waive any and all defects in this indictment, including any with respect to your name?
Yes.
Have you been arrested on these charges?
Yes.
The state is unaware of any outstanding warrants related to these charges. Do you or your attorneys know of any outstanding warrants related to these charges?
Any what?
Outstanding warrants related to any of the charges in the indictment?
No,
No.
I don't believe so either, Your Honor.
Okay. And I'm unaware of any as well, Your Honor.
I am as well.
Thank you. Have your attorneys advised you?
As you can see, you hear Young Thug. He like, any what? Like, outstanding warrants. Hold on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell nah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't privy to this knowledge, but yeah, that's just go to show you, man. You know, if he had any outstanding warrants or anything like that, you know, he probably wouldn't be released from this right now. So, you know, he can't have any warrants, you know, taking a plea deal. So let's get that straight. But that goes to show you, you know, from his reaction, you know, man, he taking this shit serious like shit. Hell nah. But let's continue though.
Advise you of the minimum and maximum sentence for each of the crimes that you are charged with?
Yes.
And each of the charges that you are pleading guilty to?
Yes.
Your Honor, with respect to the charges that Mr. Williams faces, count 1 carries a minimum charge of 5 years and a maximum charge of 20 years in prison or up to a $25,000 fine or both.
Isn't it a $15,000 fine because wasn't it the version of the statute in effect at the time, or was that the same for Rico? Was Rico 25?
Yes, Rico was
okay.
25.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Count 56 carries a minimum sentence of 5 years in prison.
Just real life situations right here. So now they're going to go on the charges. So now they about to go over all the charges with Young Thug in this case. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to basically give him the count of what he's being charged with and how much time it is behind those charges.
In prison, a maximum of 20 years in prison consecutive to any other sentence with a fine of $10,000 to $15,000 or both.
Okay.
Count 57 carries a minimum sentence of 5 years in prison and a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. Count 58 carries a minimum sentence of 1 and a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. Count 59 carries a sentence range of 5 to 30 years in prison. Count 60 carries a sentence
Hang on, slow down just a second. All right, and that's for the amount of that drug that was found on 59, 5 to 30?
That's as a result of the charge itself, I believe, with intent to distribute.
I think that 59, Your Honor, is simple possession of cocaine. I have to look at the indictment to be sure.
I think that's 6.
Man. They're just throwing years out there right now. So as you can see, man, when you in the court of law, man, when these people are talking all these charges and stuff like that, they're going to accumulate as many charges as they can on you to make sure that this thing stick, and they're going to make sure you do at least the most time that you could do, especially if you on a high profile case as Young Thug. As you can see, man, they throwing out figures out here, man. They throwing out ballpark numbers out here. You hear me? So clearly, as you can see, the state, they don't want Young Thug free on this case. They hoping that he slipped, and they're not going to spare him. They basically was embarrassed on TV with the this whole trial and this proceeding, especially with Woody. You know, everything just was a circus, circus show when it came to this trial. So they're not going to spare Young Thug any bit. So if he say anything or do anything, he have to tread real lightly once he is released. So let's keep going on into what the state is saying right now and what they're offering him, and the charges that he's facing right now if he does violate his probation.
Look at the indictment to be
I think
sure.
that's 60.
Okay.
Let me look.
Okay.
And Your Honor, what?
59 is codeine, and
Yes.
60 is cocaine.
Yes.
So,
Your Honor, it is with the intent to distribute. So my reading of the statute is that it carries the range of 5 to 30.
okay.
And Your Honor, also, as I have the indictment in my hand for Ms. Rosser, may I pass it to counsel for Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Thank you.
So currently, right now, they're actually signing the official indictment papers right now in court. That's basically what's going on right now. And he's agreeing to all the terms and conditions for his probation. And if he violates in any type of way all these charges that she is reading out, he will be facing those when he appears back in court, and they can give him the maximum sentence on all those counts that she was talking about in court, including 120 years and all that. So prayers out to Young Thug, man. So man, look, man, all y'all that's out here doing crimes, and y'all out here participating in all these crimes and stuff like that, it ain't worth it, man. We got Young Thug, one of the greatest musicians, you know what I'm saying, in this hip-hop era, going down over Rico. And as you can see, everybody that was saying they was YSL, man, these boys was folding like a blanket out here, man. These boys was cracking like dry skin out here. You hear me? So, with Young Thug taking a plea deal, anybody else that's in this case, they had to receive plea deals as well. So, what we got to look at, we just got to sit back and look what's going to happen next, man. Is Young Thug going to complete these 15? Because if you look at it, you can see how precious life is and how he wanted to get out of jail just that desperately for him to take that plea. There was no way out. They got him into a corner, man. They backed him into a corner, and he had no choice but to take this plea deal in order to get out of those circumstances that he was in and get out of all that time that he was facing, but he's still actually facing time. It's not over. He still has to complete the probation that was given to him. He still has to complete the probation that was given to him. You got people like Brick Baby, Lil Durk. You got people like Quando Rondo, all them. They being watched by the feds right now. And look at Lil Durk. He's in a situation that he's trying to get out of. So it don't matter how much money you got. If you out here committing crimes and you considering yourself the leader of certain things, they're going to hit you with an indictment or a conspiracy. They're not playing around, man. So we just heard all the charges that Young Thug was getting and the time that he's actually facing, which is serious. You know, is this a good thing or is it a bad thing? What do you think? Y'all give y'all opinion. This is a good thing or a bad thing with Young Thug taking this plea deal? You know, coming from the streets, being in the streets, and, you know, I done did my time. You know, I did 10 years in prison or whatsoever, but that was when I was young, not as an adult. Like, I'm not out here doing stupid shit as an adult, putting my life at risk to where I don't see my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing legitimate business out here. You feel me? I ain't got time for no type of foolishness. If somebody on the foolishness, man, best believe, man, you getting cut off. You ain't around me. You know, just to keep it 100. So, you know, with this Young Thug plea deal, this is basically a wake-up call from God to him. And he must take this serious. Any slip-up that he does, he'll be right back in prison, man. Any slip-up. The only person that kept it really real with him in this situation was this girl holding him down. Excuse me, holding his name down. And stuck by him, wishing for the best, but next time it might not be so different if he gets violated on anything that's against the stipulations that they set for him. 15 years probation, 15. That means, man, you gotta be at home, in the studio, on tour, your entourage, all that. It gotta be straight people in the industry that's about business, no gang members. You can't say no gang slang, any of that. If somebody's a convicted felon, you can't be around me. Real talk. Family only. So, you know, with him getting this plea deal, it's for his best benefit, because everybody that was around this man, you know, meant him no good, as you can see. So, you know, for those who out there that are in gangs or in these different type of organizations and cliques and crews, man, they dismantling that type of stuff, man. You know, when you got over 20, 30 people, man, somebody's going to talk, as you can see. Like, this getting old. Somebody's going to talk. Somebody going to talk. So you never know who's going to keep it real and who's not. So hopefully he continue making good music, doing what he got to do out here. We shall see some records from him and Gunna. You know, them gonna be off the charts. They gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different conversation right there. That's a whole different conversation. Yeah. It's in his agreement that he could do music with Gunna. People looking stupid out there right now. Everybody that was dissing Gunna, talking about Gunna being the snitch, this, that, and the other. This why in the hood, what we say, mind your business. I can see somebody getting shot down right now in front of me. See no evil, hear no evil, fear no evil, man. Mind your business. Stay in your business. Don't say nothing, don't speak on nothing if it don't got nothing to do with you. So everybody that's calling Gunna a snitch, clearly Young Thug gave him the go, man. Look, man, do what you got to do. Get up out of here. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be all right. So he already knew that this case wasn't going nowhere. And then with Lil Woody, oh man, Lil Woody. Did he put on the show? You hear me? He got everybody looking stupid out here. But he know he can't have no communications with Young Thug. But boy, did he free those guys. The star witness in the trial messed up the whole trial. Like, he went down in history with this right here, man. No bullcrap. He went down in history, man. So, with all that being said, be careful with what you're doing and stay off these phones, man. If you on another level and you getting money out here, you reach new heights, you can't hang around the same people, man. Let this be a life lesson. Learn from what happened with Young Thug and how he was moving, being a good-hearted person. Everybody that was there with you when you was at your lowest can't come to you when you get at your highest. Some people can't come up with you on that ladder that you're climbing. When you're making this type of money, man, you got to have business-minded people around you at all times. You keep these people, you keep everybody around you from the hood, and they got this hood, and they in it for clicks and views. Yeah, I hang out with this person. Yeah, that's my dog, this and that, and doing all this talking and bringing all this unnecessary attention, doing stupid stuff, acting like they for you, but really the things they doing is going to hurt you at the end. Then them same people going to turn around, turn it against you, snitching on you in court. Y'all got to be aware of this. This is what is going on right now. Look at 6ix9ine. Let's talk about that. That don't look good for 6ix9ine. I don't think he coming out no time soon. And with him violating, this is going to be very interesting. Nobody's not talking about it, but with him violating, if he does get sentenced anytime, man, they going to have some fun with him, and he might not make it out. With the high-profile case that he had, he might not make it out. I don't wish jail on nobody. Hopefully he get out and he able to pursue his career, go on tour, do things that he was doing with the Spanish community and stuff like that. But look at 6ix9ine. He had that long stint, and he couldn't get in no trouble. He violated probation, federal probation, I believe, for drugs in the system. How foolish is that? You had a whole opportunity to do better. How you let drugs in your system? So hopefully he took some pills or something that he didn't know what was in it, prescribed or something. But he gonna have to, you can't talk your way out of everything, man. Certain things will catch up to you in life. And that's real talk. with Young Thug, you know, he got a 15-year probation sentence. That's a very long time to be doing probation. It can be done. There's people that's out here that did 20 years probation and completed it. But with him, he has a lens, an optical lens on him at all times. He's being watched 24/7. Anything he say or do on the internet, they can violate him for. If they feel like it's a violation, they're going to bring him in. It ain't nothing he could do. He have to be very careful of what he say and do for this next 15 years. He could get violated tomorrow if he make one mistake, and they're not going to spare him. So yeah, Young Thug free. Only person that you can say that was a stand-up dude was YSL and Lucci, and he about to get out. He ain't say not a word. Did his time like a man, like a real G. So sometimes it could be the people you least expected, man. He had everything in the game for saying something or even mentioning anything. But he kept his mouth closed and just did his own time. So everybody that's out here, you know, thinking that you can just get away with everything and, you know, you running in the pack, y'all better use this for example. Y'all better use this for example because it's real life out here. It's real life out here, man. A fool, you can't follow a fool. You gotta be wise out here. You can't be foolish and do foolish things. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta be smart. Y'all take in what's really going on. Really see what's really going on right now in this world today. With all these artists getting picked up. They're not playing. Forget a hip-hop police. We dealing with the feds right now. That's what's going on. It's going to a higher level. That's what we dealing with right now. So salute the Young Thug, free Young Thug free. Shout out to our sponsors at Golden Money Team Marketing, where they market you 24/7 around the clock. Y'all holler at Golden Money Team Marketing. If you need online marketing for your social media, your Instagram, your YouTube, your Spotify, y'all go check out Golden Money Team Marketing on Instagram. These are one of our sponsors. So we about to end the podcast on a good note. Salute. It's Street Dialogue Podcast, baby.
Patience is a virtue. Everything in life takes time. Stay focused. Stay consistent. Stay on your grind. Wow. It's a God.
My splash, yeah.